Alright, I'm back. I know it's been a little bit since I posted a video, made a video, whatever. A lot of little things have happened. I went back and watched the last video just so I kind of knew where I was at on stuff. Yeah, tripping over stuff in the garage. Hold on. Gotta get properly primed to make a video here. There we go. So, boy. So, put that in the background. See if I can. Yeah. Rick Bork. That's for you. So, I started doing these videos just putting them on YouTube because of some of the guys and videos I've been watching. Rick Bork, Squatch 253, Kenny Kizzle. There's some guys that work on old stuff. They all kind of have their own style, and I'm kind of doing my own thing. Anyway, so Rick Bork, here's you, brother. I look forward to seeing if you actually watch and comment on this video. But since the last video I did, one of the details that needed to be done was water pump. There's now a water pump. This is not the water pump that was going to go on it. Let's see. And this is the water pump housing that I wasn't going to use. And right there is the pulley. I don't know if I can find the other parts. Anyway, let's see. There's bits and pieces of the seal on the brand new seal that I put in that water pump. I think, never mind the mess. Or mind the mess, I don't care. Whatever. So here is the... oh boy. Too much stuff stepping over. So here is the shaft for the water pump and the impeller that goes into the housing. This seal here slides over the shaft, and it's supposed to seal up, and it wouldn't. It had a drip. Must have. You probably can't see it. I won't be able to find it, but let's set this thing down. Maybe I'll just throw the camera down too while I'm at it. It's been one of those kind of days. It's late. Down in here somewhere on this shaft where the seal is supposed to seal against the shaft, there's a huge pit in the shaft. In the process of trying to get the pin out of the hub and the shaft so I get it apart and do something with the shaft, I ended up breaking the impeller. Not a good moment in my life. Anyhow, dug around a little bit there. Let's not look for it. Dug around a little bit. Had this other water pump. This is actually the water pump for this tractor. That one was this one was leaking. That one wasn't. We put this one on here, and then that one started leaking. And anyway, this one was over there in a cabinet. I found it, put it on the tractor. It's not leaking. Of course, now when the tractor runs and builds pressure, I get a real slow leak up here on the radiator somewhere. Yay. But since the last video, what have I done? I got the water pump on. I did go ahead and put in a wire. Here, follow the red wire. Red wire up here. Headlights. Got headlights on it. the whole reason for this whole project was low oil pressure, and it is now carrying 35-40 pounds of oil pressure when it fires up and runs. So the big thing to do now is over here, valve cover gaskets. I'm probably gonna yawn a little bit. I'm probably gonna dab a little bit of ultra gray on just the four corners, just to hold it in place. I've got the back sides of the valve covers and the little standoff pipes cleaned up, ready to go. The valve cover bolts are over here, they're all cleaned up, ready to go. So it's just a matter of sticking the gaskets on enough to make them stick until I can get the valve covers on. And then really, I think once the valve cover's on, I'm ready to put the hood back on and the air cleaner cap and clean up a few more little things that are just sitting around here on the tractor. And this bad boy's just about ready to roll out of here. Of course, I still have to get the 2 bags of tents out of the way and clean off all this stuff so I can wiggle my way out. But I mean, there's a lot of floor space in my garage right now. That's not normal. Normally there's walking paths. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I think I'm going to try to get the valve covers or valve cover gasket kind of glued on, get the valve covers on it tonight. I think I'm probably going to have to replace the temperature gauge because the engine hasn't been running in quite some time. Let's see if I'll zoom in there and get a good look at that. The current 0 cold position on the temperature gauge is actually more toward where it should normally run, and when it warms up and when I start it and run it and it gets up to like a normal operating temperature, it's like way over toward the red. But where it's at in the red, if you back up from there the normal amount back to a normal 0, it's kind of like right where it should be. So I'm not too concerned about the temperature right now. I thought my alternator wasn't working, but I did fix all the connections in behind the plate there when I was wiring up the wire for the lights. And you gotta, it doesn't just charge right away. You gotta wind it up a little bit, but once it comes up to RPM and it starts charging, it seems to charge pretty good. So I'm down to, really wish I had a better loom or something for all the wire mess there, but whatever. I'm down to like valve cover gaskets and hood and stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna work on that a little bit, and I'll be back later.